Welcome to MDC. Today I'd like to take you on a tour of the MDC Robson XTT MKII. Traditionally, the Robson XTT has been one of the biggest selling camper trailers Australia-wide, and we've brought it to America and given it a huge upgrade in power and other appliances within the camper that you're just going to love. So follow me as we walk around and I'll show you all the wonderful things that makes the Robson XTT one of the biggest sellers. One of the very special things about the XTT is the way it's constructed, and it's not just like every other camper trailer. The body of the Robson is an aluminium frame with a composite panel and diamond plate construction, which means it's thicker, it's insulated, extremely strong and extremely resistant to corrosion. You can see in just the thickness of the entry door that it's not just a sheet panel that's going to let the heat or the cold in. It's insulated and nice and thick and very robust. And the aluminium frame throughout the body has all the voids filled with a polystyrene foam and all the wiring protected with corrugated conduit and plastic grommets through all the penetrations. So it's strong, it's durable and super safe and will help to keep you warm. Basically, it's like a travel trailer with the top cut off and the beds make up the lid. It's easy to set up, it'll accommodate a large number of people, 6 people inside, and when you put up the full annex, it's easy to put some stretchers out for extended family or other guests. When it comes to superior off-road handling and performance, the pointy bit is where it all starts with the DO35 coupling from Cruisemaster. This coupling is fantastic. It's very easy to use. You basically get the pin beneath it and lower it onto the pin and lock it into place. But the great advantage of this coupling is the amount of articulation it will give you when you are off-road. The coupling will move all the way around and spin a full 360 degrees. So while your vehicle is traversing the toughest terrain, the Robson XTT will follow behind, securely connected to your vehicle. Also, when you're off-road, you want to be off-grid. A secondary source of power after the solar panels is the Anderson plug connection. This allows you to charge your trailer at quite high amperage while driving along. Unlike trailers that charge through the 7-way connector, this will allow quite a lot of amps, up to 30 amps through the controller built into the camper. So that gives you your backup power. If you need additional power while you're off grid, simply connect up your tow vehicle, run the engine, and it will charge your trailer. It's important to stay connected, so should there be some kind of failure with your vehicle tow hitch, these chains are rated and super strong. They're thick, they're made to take the weight of the trailer should it become disengaged from your vehicle. From here, top quality, strong hooks and fasten to the trailer in a way that makes the chains replaceable. So if you decide you want to shorten the chain so it sits properly when connected to your vehicle, and you on-sell the trailer and the chain needs to be longer, you can simply replace it by removing the high tensile bolt, take the chain out and replace it with a new one to the length that you desire. Convenience features are built into the Robson XTT right throughout. One of those is the spigot on the drawbar. It allows you to get water from the tanks outside of the camper, and the piping is foam lagged for protection against the cold. Up front, we have a storage box for your propane cylinders. This aluminum diamond plate box allows you to carry 2 20-pound propane cylinders, which are plumbed into the trailer's gas system. So there's no moving cylinders around to use your barbecue. It's all plumbed in, ready to go. And either side on the stone guard are carriers for 5-gallon jerry cans. So you can carry up to 10 gallons of fuel or additional water behind your stone guard. In our front box section here, we have what we call a fridge slide. It's made to carry your big dual zone fridges, so you have refrigeration, both freezing and cooling, wherever you travel. It's very strong, it's large, and it's very secure. We have a stainless steel pad bolt as your main strength and security to keep it from moving, and it slides out as such. There are tie down points so you can secure your fridge, and inside we have 12 volt and 50 amp Anderson plug connections, so you've got a secure connection and your fridge won't go warm while you're traveling. Some great features you may not notice are there because the Robson XTT is designed by people that use these products all the time. Simple things like a gas strut to hold the door open while you bring your fridge in and out. No skinned knuckles from the wind blowing the door onto the slide. It stays put. Also, we have ventilation in here to allow your fridge to work better. A well-ventilated fridge box is going to allow your fridge to work more efficiently. And on top of these two vents, we have filter element to try and keep the dust out of the trailer while you're traveling. All great ideas from people who use these products as a lifestyle. On both sides of the XTT front storage box are these slide out drawers. Perfect as a pantry. They're deep, they're a large volume, so you can keep heaps of non-perishables in here, ready for your next adventure or while you're traveling. Great convenience. And just above, we have our pole caddy. No having to attach tubes for poles, etc. There is a spot right here for all the Annex poles and the rear support poles to be housed snugly, safely, and out of the weather. Big families can be like a hungry army to feed when it comes to dinner time. That's why the Robson XTT has a second slide on the opposite side from the main fridge. It's also powered with a 12 volt socket and an Anderson plug, so if you wish to put a second fridge in this side, you can, so you can carry more food and stay off grid longer. Again, it is ventilated with 2 filtered vents to keep the box cooler and keep the fridge running well. One of the great things about this trailer is the ability to have hot showers while you're off grid. Coupled with the Truma hot water system, we have a shower box here with a shower rose and your hot and cold taps. Right here goes a shower tent which fits in simply in minutes. It allows you to have privacy, hot showers for as long as you've got a water supply. Above that we have our lockable fillers for our water tanks. This trailer will carry around 52 gallons of water in 2 tanks. Separate fillers allows you to individually fill those tanks in case you want to change your tow ball download or the balance of your trailer. Easy to use and a great convenience while you're away camping. A great point of convenience is the luggage rack that comes standard on the XTT. It performs 2 functions. It's a great support for the built-in solar panel, which is 200 watts, which allows you to charge off-grid while you're camping. You can additionally add an additional solar panel by having a 2-in-1 Anderson plug fitting and running a second 200 watt solar panel as an unregulated supply. But the rack itself will cater up to 260 pounds and is great for those bulky items that you want to take on your trip. It's gas strut assisted to make it a little easier to move it up and down and get it out of the way, but it is a rack, not a loader. When it comes to feeding the family or feeding yourself, The kitchen on the Robson XTT MKII is absolutely fantastic. It's made out of 304 stainless steel. It's super strong, easy to keep clean, and very well appointed. We have a sink with a hot and cold spigot mixer, so you can have your hot water plumbed direct to the sink. All that plumbing is in place. There's no setup required for it. Behind that, we have our dish rack, which is great for storing extra food items or placing all your cups and dishes when you've washed up. Here we have our Thetford 3-burner cooktop. Now this cooktop isn't just a plain Jane cooktop. It is actually designed for RV, and it's designed to be used at high altitudes. So this cooktop will work on higher mountains than your average RV cooktop. It's got auto ignition, 3 burners. The large burner will boil water quickly, sear steaks, or if you're like me, love to fish, you'll cook fish to perfection on this stove. It's got a glass top which shelters it from the wind from this side, and also a wind deflector built in right here. Makes it easier to cook outside, less affected when there's a breeze. And beside that, a great area for preparation or serving up your food. We have storage drawers with a cutlery drawer built in right here. All your cooking utensils on hand, ready to go, and it even has a soft close feature. Another larger storage drawer here for bigger cooking items, salt, pepper, other things you want to store close to the kitchen that you're going to use all the time. And a terrific little access panel to access the hoses, to run them out into your jerry can or bucket from the sink. Some of the little things you'll notice on MDCs is the care to the details. There's even a little toggle here to ensure that cannot open while you're traveling, which ensures when you pull up at camp and you want to pull your kitchen out, you haven't got doors open obstructing getting the kitchen out from its storage area. There's a support leg, so if you're using heavier pots and pans, doesn't matter, the kitchen will handle it, no problem at all. For convenience cooking at night, there's even a spot to hang an LED light strip. Just above me, the light strip holders clip on via press studs, so you've got light to cook in the dark, and the convenience of being able to switch it on and off with a switch on the cord. Cooking anytime, day or night. A critical component of any off-road travel trailer or camper trailer is the suspension. It needs to be strong, super reliable, and easy to maintain. The MDC trailing arm or A-arm suspension is designed in-house for superior strength and is FEA tested to ensure it will take care of business when you're out on the tracks. The hubs are really important. The MDC hub is a 12-inch electric brake system, drum brakes, with a large parallel bearing setup. The parallel bearings, which are Timken, run on an almost 2-inch axle. Super strong, very, very capable. To back that up, MDC also run a 14mm wheel stud. That is a larger wheel stud than any of your standard campers, super high tensile strength, and allows you to torque your wheels to the correct rating. Great setup, super strong, and it'll get you home every time. The suspension is also independent. Each axle operates independently as opposed to a beam axle leaf spring type arrangement. Great for handling, it ensures what happens with the left wheel doesn't upset the right wheel, and it is also supported by the biggest shock absorbers in the business. The Tough Track shock absorbers are huge. Big diameter, which gives it a greater oil capacity, much more resistant to temperature, and the damping works longer. You don't get shock fade. On any pop-up trailer, the canvas you use is very important. You want to use a good quality canvas. That's why MDC use a close weave Sherpa canvas, which is nice and heavy, high quality, and very, very strong. But you'll also need to include good accessories to it, like quality zippers. Quality self-healing type zippers are important. They run smooth and will last a long time. Quality Velcro for all the attachments, and the cut of the tent is really important. MDC tents are made in-house, so they fit our trailers perfectly, and we incorporate things like the tropical roof. The tropical roof is great to keep the main tent in shade when the sun's out, which allows it to be a bit cooler inside and a lot more comfortable. The tropical roof is made of canvas. Canvas, being a heavier product, is more resistant to flapping in the breeze, which is important. You don't want to be kept up all night because your tent's flapping and making a noise. We also Velcro each end on this trailer and have 5 adjustment points along each side on the tropical roof. So in windier conditions, it allows you the option to tighten those up, reduce the flapping, and keep everything secure for a nicer, quieter sleep. One of the huge compensations for the setup time it takes to put a Robson up over a travel trailer is the enormous space you have inside. It is a fantastic living area with 3 beds. We have a queen size bed up the front, beautiful comfortable foam mattress, and a double here at the back. And the entire lounge area turns into another king size bed. So you put another 2 or 3 kids on this bed and sleep the whole family comfortably. To keep you comfortable when the weather's not so good is the furnace. The gas furnace has an enormous amount of BTUs to keep you snug and warm when you're camping during the colder climates. The structure in here is all steel poles that are galvanised. We run with steel poles because they're much stronger and they're gusseted in the corner to make them a lot sturdier when you have windy conditions. So running with the steel poles gives you the rigidity to keep the tent in place and reduce the flapping during the wind. A great feature of the tent are the inside window flaps. So when you've got your trailer set up, you've got your poles up to turn each window into an awning box. At night, when you want to zip things up to go to sleep, you can simply zip up the inner screens and your camper's all closed up for the night. No resetting window poles, and on hot days, if you don't have any bugs, the beauty of these mesh windows is you can unzip those and get a better airflow again. Midgie-proof tight mesh is great for keeping the bugs out, but when you've got warm days and no bugs, it can be a bit restrictive on the breeze. So simply zip them open and get more air through your camper to keep you cooler. Another great internal feature on the Robson XTT tent are these privacy screens. Each main bed has their own screens for a bit of privacy, especially if you want to put the kids to bed a little bit earlier. Also, on each bed end and in the centre of the camper are press studs to connect up the LED light strips. So you can connect them up, run the wiring down the poles and to the 12-volt outlets that control them. At the heart of the Robson XTT off-grid performance is the Renogy electrical system with 300 amps of Renogy lithium batteries, plus the MPPT and DC to DC controller, which will control power from the solar and from the Anderson plug when charging from the car. All tidily set underneath the seat here with easy access. It will power your Robson XTT no problem at all. And Nestled in this corner is the Renogy 3000 watt inverter. This is the hub of the electrical system. It has the power to charge your batteries at 120 amps per hour, and it'll power all your mains powered appliances straight from the trailer. Simply plug them into the outlets and you can use all your normal appliances up to 3000 watts in input wattage. Now it's time to talk about what controls the Renogy system, the Renogy Core. So let's go and have a look at the panel and I'll tell you all about the marvellous things it will do. Here on the main control panel, we have our Renogy Core display screen. From the display screen, you can control all the functions and check all the various components in the system. From the screen, you can clearly see what rate that the battery is charging at from the mains charger. It's doing a great job at almost 100 amps. You can control the charge rate to suit the power source you have. You may have a domestic power outlet that doesn't allow you to charge at the full 150 amps. So you can adjust that down so you get the right charge and don't trip any of the breakers on your home panel. From there, we can go to the screen which displays each of the components. You can go to the battery, check battery condition, battery temperature, and all the different parameters of the battery. And you can check your DC to DC and MPPT input, what your solar charge value is, how much power you're getting into the battery, and how much power you're getting whilst you're towing from the Anderson plug. All the controls are right here. If you want more detailed information on how all this works, you can go and view the Renogy video that shows all the functions of this, proudly presented by our special partners at Renogy. Additionally, on the main panel, you have the water gauges for the front and rear tank. You also have all your switches for your various circuits on the trailer. So DC outlets, heater, hot water system, all controlled from here. You also have a main isolating switch so you can disengage the entire 12 volt power to the trailer. When that's disengaged, it will still charge from the solar or the mains power or from the Anderson plug. And here we have all our reset breakers. The beauty of them, they're not fuses, they're breakers. So if they trip, it's simply a matter of pressing the breaker and resetting the circuit rather than pulling fuses and having to find a fresh fuse to put back in. As you can see, the Robson XTT MKII also comes with an Annex. The Annex is great size, allows you to sleep extra people, gives you protection from the elements while you're cooking, but doubles the living space of the trailer. Great value, everything you need in a fantastic package. For more information, head across to the MDC website and check out our YouTube channel for great tips and more videos about this trailer.